Friends and family. You can love and or admire them, but should they become tenants? This is a form of nepotism, the practice of hiring family and or friends. It has both pros and cons, and it's an area where a very large proceed with caution sign should be posted. Now, there are many advantages to having a friend or family member as a tenant, and one advantage you may think is that by having a friend or family member as a tenant, you know their background and qualifications. Another supposition is that they'll always be responsible for the rent and property upkeep. And last of all, you believe you know where to find them if they default on payment or leave damage. Surely, they'll always pay for what they owe, right? But what if your friends or family don't do the right thing? If you're contemplating having friends or family as tenants, stop and ask yourself a few important questions. Are you violating any fair housing laws or rules or regulations by favoring a friend or a family member? Are you considering a friend or family member as a tenant based on sound business practices? Have you considered that this could strain or permanently affect your personal relationship? Are you creating a difficult three-way relationship between yourself, them, and your property manager? Have you asked us, your management company, where we stand on the issue? With all this in mind, it's critical that when considering any family member or friend, that your actions comply with federal and state laws, particularly regarding fair housing. Your friends and family need to follow the same processes involving showings, application, processing, security deposits, rental payments, and more. If someone were to prove you ignored the same practices you required of other applicants, well, you could be liable for litigation, which could be very costly in fines and attorney's fees. Are you really willing to overlook investigating a friend or family member's financial ability to support your property? Let's face the facts. If they cannot afford the property, don't you want to know before you enter into a landlord-tenant relationship? When things are difficult, emotions could and can easily turn into explosive situations, causing more difficulties than you could possibly imagine. Therefore, this friend or family member must be able to maintain a business relationship without using their personal connection against you. This often is difficult, if not impossible. Also, take time to consider how this could affect your personal relationship, particularly if they don't pay rent or if they damage your property. When things are difficult, emotions could and can easily turn into explosive situations, causing more difficulties than you could possibly imagine. Therefore, this friend or family member must be able to maintain a business relationship without using their personal connection against you. This often is difficult, if not impossible. Another consideration is that it can strain or permanently dissolve that professional relationship with your property manager. As your management company, we want the best for your investment, and we may not see your friend or family member as the best solution for your property. We must operate within the federal and state laws or jeopardize our entire business and licensing. Otherwise, we can't work for you. Therefore, we'll require your friends and family members to follow the same process for tenancy as everyone else. Remember, our procedures are to protect you. So if a friend or family member approaches you about renting your property, here are some tips on how to handle the situation. Try to look at them objectively as tenants, not as friends or family members. We ask that you discuss this with us first whenever possible, so we can assist you with satisfactory solutions and work together as a team. Let your friend or family member know that if they wish to rent from you, they must go through your property management company. Now, you'll want to let them know that as a landlord, you're required to follow all federal and state laws and regulations. You're not in a position to suffer losses if there's a fair housing complaint. Now, with that said, tell them that they'll have to follow the same process as any other applicant by contacting us to fill out and submit an application to rent the property. And make it clear that if they do rent the unit, they must call the property management company to handle maintenance and other issues that may arise, and that your personal telephone numbers are for friends or family time only. When considering renting to a family member or a friend, proceed with caution. We hope that this video gave you some insight on this specific matter and will help you if the situation arises to maintain a positive family or friend relationship.